And here we are for the second game of this doubleheader. Third game of this three-game University Athletic Association series. Welcome everyone back to Mather Park here in Cleveland, Ohio. My name is Eddie Carricus, filling in for Ron Yant this weekend. Happy Easter out to Ron. That's why he's not here this weekend. It'll be game number 2 today. The Spartans took game number 1 11-2 in 6 innings. University of Chicago looking to get a win in this series. The Spartans looking to sweep their second consecutive University Athletic Association series. As the first pitch from Kylie Hosey, outside for a ball, and it's 1-0. First pitch, 4:51. This doubleheader originally supposed to start at 1 o'clock, ended up starting around 2:15. First game lasted about 2 hours. The field crew did a fantastic job of getting this field ready. As that pitch high and outside for a ball, it's 2-0. We had Noah, we had Joel, we had Spencer. We had lots of people all helping out. Olivia also helped here in the press box as that pitch outside for a ball. It's 3-0. Got that field ready to go after it rained through most of, I'd say, the second half of the first game if you were watching along at home. Sedona Ding leading off for the Maroons, the right fielder for Chicago, facing a 3-0 count against Kylie Hosey, and she'll take a strike. She'll take a strike. So it's 3-1 now. Ding in game number 1 went 0 for 2 in the series so far. She is 1 for 4. Coming into this game with a 305 batting average. She slaps that one through the left side, and that's a base hit. So a base hit, leadoff single for Sedona Ding here in game number 2, and that'll break up a streak for Kylie Hosey, who came in today with 10 consecutive innings of not allowing a hit. She had the no-hitter in her most recent start against NYU. That was last weekend. That was 7 consecutive innings. She pitched 2 hitless innings on Friday in the shutout win to earn the save. And then before that at Emory, she had a hitless inning. So that was 10 consecutive hitless innings. That string snapped with that base hit by Sedona Ding to lead off the first. So it'll be Maddie Murphy to the plate for Chicago. She'll take a strike. It's 0-1. Murphy coming into this game batting .258. In game number 1, she went 0 for 2 with a run scored on a walk. As the 0-1 pitch to her catches the outside corner for a strike, it's 0-2. And in game number 1 went 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. So for this series, 0 for 5 with a walk. She's down 0-2 to Kylie Hosey. As the 0-2 pitch is outside for a ball, it's 1-2. I was watching the runner there as well. Ding leads this Chicago lineup in stolen bases. She has 21 in 26 attempts. For Hosey, this is start number 10, 22nd appearance in the circle. She's 7-5. As that pitch hit in the left field, but caught by Potts, so it'll pop out there to shortstop for out number 1. 7-5 with 3.48 ERA, 2 complete games, 1 shutout. That was that no-hitter. In 70 1/3 innings, she's given up 35 earned runs, 42 strikeouts, 21 walks. Batters are hitting .273 coming in today against her. It'll be Natalie Anton to hit for Chicago with 1 out and a runner on first. Anton batting .360 this season. She's the starting catcher now here in game 3 of this series. Played first base and catcher in the first 2 games. As she'll take a strike, it's 0-1. Anton went 1 for 2 in the first game of this series, and 1 for 3 with a RBI in earlier today. So 2 for 5 so far. The 0-1 pitch just missed on the outside part of the plate. It's 1-1. Caitlin Lamb there trying to frame it for Hosey. For the Spartans, the same defense as you had to start game number 1. Bisberry at third, Karen Potts at short, Kai Gross at second, Bella Russo at first, and Caitlin Lamb behind the plate. The outfield from left to right is Kate Coonan, Nyla Durham, and Ashley Miller. The 1-1 popped foul up the first baseline. It's 1-2. The lineup for Chicago slightly different than you saw in game number 1 today. It's Sedona Ding. She led off with a single, plays right. Maddie Murphy hitting second. At short, it's Natalie Anton catching, batting third. Audrey Hoy in the cleanup spot in left. Layla Sims up to the number 5 spot in center field. Paige Svockel, the designated player, as that pitch just outside and low for a ball. It's 2-2. Designated player hitting 6th. Anna Jensen at second hits 7th. Kate Bannister will get a start here at first base and hit 8th. And Matilda Nelson down to number 9 at third base. Paige Hefke is starting in the circle for Chicago. Hosey looking in for the sign. The 1-2 pitch to Anton. And that's grounded right up the middle, a base hit. It goes right through Hosey's legs and into center field for a base knock. So 2 hits and 3 batters has Chicago in business here in game number 2 of this doubleheader. So it's Audrey Hoyt at the plate now for Chicago. Hoy, who went 1 for 1 in game number 1 today with an RBI and a walk, and 0 for 1 in the first game of this series, so 1 and a walk. So 1 for 2 with 2 walks so far this weekend, batting .333. Runners on first and second, 1 out here, top of the first of game number 2 of this doubleheader. The first pitch to Hoy, outside for a ball, spinner there from Hosey, it's 1-0. Chicago looking to jump on Hosey early. They've seen Lexi Miskey now for 8 total innings. For Hosey, this is just inning number 3 this weekend. The 1-0 inside, a bit tight for a ball. It's 2-0. Touch high on Hoy, and looks like Hosey's, she's not missing as much as Lexi was in game number 1, but still nibbling around the plate. The 2-0 pitch, and there's a strike. It's 2-1. Behind the plate, it's Michael Giancolo Jr. At first, it's Mike Hawley, and the third base umpire is Joseph Callahan. We've seen Giancolo Jr. He was here for the NYU series as well. The 2-1 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner as well. It's 2-2 now. So after 2 close balls, Hosey came back with 2 strikes just over the plate. And Hoy's now facing a 2-2 count with 2 runners on and 1 out here in the top of the first. And here's the pitch. Popped up, looks to be out of play, and it will hit right in front of the Chicago dugout. So we'll do it again at 2-2. 2-2, still the count on Audrey Hoy, the left fielder, in game number 2 of this doubleheader. Chicago looking to score here. They've scored just 2 runs in the 2 games. Case Western Reserve, meanwhile, has scored 12. Off speed there, waits back and fouls that one up the first base line, still 2-2. I say Case Western Reserve scored 12 runs. 11 of them came earlier today. The first game of this series was 1-0. It was the same starting pitchup matchup for game number 2, Lexi Miskey and Paige Hefke. The Spartans touched Hefke for 5 runs in the second inning, and that was the it for her day. We'll see her again with her 3rd start of this series. The 2-2 again. There's called strike 3. Hosey with her first strikeout, out number 2. That one on the inside part of the plate at the knees. So Hoy's down looking for out number 2 here in inning number 1.
Now batting, number 21, Laura Sims.
It'll be Lila Sims to the plate. Sims, the center fielder, was number 9 hitter in both the first 2 games. She went 0 for 2 in game 1 and 0 for 2 in game 2 with a run scored. So 0 for 4 in the series. She looks at a strike. It's 0-1. Now batting 5th in this lineup. Coming into this game hitting .222. The senior for the Maroons. The 0-1 offering outside for a ball. 1-1. Looked like Lamo was one to throw behind the runners, but fielders didn't get to their bases quick enough for that. Sims, the senior from Sewanee, Georgia. Sewanee with a U, from North Gwinnett High School. The 1-1. Reached out and tapped that one foul. It's 1-2. With Hosey getting those outside corners, at least to the right-handed hitting batters are going to need to cover all of the plate. So you saw there Sims reaching out to just make sure she got a bat head on that pitch. Now with 2 strikes, really going to expand the zone and see where Hosey will throw this 1-2 offering. Here's the pitch. She tried to get her to chase, but did not. Evens the count at 2-2. Already 25 pitches for Kylie Hosey here in inning number 1. She was very efficient last weekend. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 base hits are stranded on a pair of strikeouts as we head to the bottom of the first. It's scoreless here from Mather Park in game number 2 of this Saturday doubleheader. So it'll be Karen Potts to lead off the bottom of the first inning for your Spartans. She'll face Paige Hefke in this, the 3rd game of the series. Hefke started all 3 games, totaled 8 innings. She's given up 9 hits, 6 runs all earned, just the 1 walk and 4 strikeouts. Game number 1, she was at her best. 6 innings, 1 run on 3 hits, a walk and a strikeout. The 1 run scored on a solo shot, the other 2 hits were doubles. In game 2, not as much. 2 innings, 5 runs on 6 hits, 3 strikeouts. After a 1-2-3 first inning, she gave up all of those hits and runs in inning number 2, and that was it for her. She threw 47 pitches in game number 1, in game number 1 today, 61 on Friday night. KP is going to step in after a 3-for-3 game number 1 today, and she fouls the first pitch back. It's 0-1. 3-for-3, 4 runs driven in, 2 runs scored for Potts. One of those hits was a double. In the series opener, she went 0-for-3. So 3-for-6, 4 runs driven in, 2 runs scored for the sophomore shortstop. Give you the Chicago infield after this pitch as Potts will line it. And it's off the glove of the shortstop. Recovered nicely, but that'll be a base hit. Hit. So an infield single for Karen Potts. Would have been a tough play there for Maddie Murphy. She tried to backhand it off of her glove, and Potts, fast at the top of this order, able to get there safely. Sorry, Natalie Anton. Maddie Murphy at short. Jeez. Natalie Anton is behind the plate. In the circles, Paige Hefke. Kate Bannister is at first as the first pitch to Biz Berry. Grounded to Anton. Oh, and another tough play there. No, what? That was an error.
Okay, you said tough hit. Alright, so yeah. I think it's so we did error plus 1 for the top one.
Struggle there for Murphy. Second ball hit to her off of her glove. Hard hit ball off the bat for Biz Berry, who came into the day. She was 1-for-3 in the first game. Take a look at it, but I mean, a tough play. Hard off the bat, but right in front of her. We bring up Kai Gross, who went 3-for-4 in game number 1. 3 runs driven in, 3 doubles, matched the program record. We'll see. First pitch swinging here from the Spartans against Paige Hefke, as they did in game number 1. Kai shows bunt, fouls it back. It's 0-1. Take a look at that play again. Tough play, eats her up. I think if she fields that cleanly, it's 2 steps, gets over, yeah. Yeah, that's an error on the shortstop. So a hit in the air puts runners on first and second for the Spartans here in the bottom of the first inning, looking to score the first run in game number 2 of this doubleheader. After scoring 11 in game 1, going to keep it going here in game 2. As Kai will take a pitch at her head. It's 1-1. I said Kai with 3 hits in game 1 after a ground out in the first inning. All the rest of her at bats she hit doubles. That last one she thought it went over the wall. It did not hit off the top. The 1-1 pitch. Drives that one deep to left center field, and it is caught by Audrey Hoy, and they'll get a double play. A great running catch there by Audrey Hoy into the left center field gap. Takes a double away from Kylie Gross, and she'll hit into a double play. So Potts, I mean, nothing she could do there. She's running on contact. So 2 outs in the inning for the Spartans quickly here. Well struck ball. Looked like double number 4 today for Gross, but good job there by Audrey Hoy to collect it. And it'll be 2 quick outs for Chicago as Caitlin Lamb will step to the plate. Lamb, who went 1 for 4 with a 2-run shot in game number 1. Chicago almost had a triple play on that if someone was covering first. As that pitch outside for a ball, it's 1-1. The first baseman, that was Bannister, actually went in to cut off any potential throw to the plate. So no one was covering first as Lamb will hit that one. Great play by the shortstop, but that'll be an infield single. Wow. Another good defensive play there by the University of Chicago defense. That's Murphy there at short, trying to make up for an error earlier. But a base hit for Lamb, her second of the day. Bella Russo to the plate now with 2 outs and 2 runners on. So all runs for the rest of this inning will be unearned. As that pitch inside for ball, it's 1-0. Russo ducked out of the way there. 1-0 the count on Russo, who in the first game went 1 for 3 with a run scored of this doubleheader. As that pitch down for ball, it's 2-0. And the first game of the series went 0 for 2, so 1 for 5 this weekend for the senior. 2-0 pitch. Outside. Catches the outside corner for a strike. It's 2-1. Russo looking to get an RBI here, get the Spartans on the board. Chicago looking to keep CWRU scoreless in the first. 2-1, grounds it softly up the first base line and foul. Even the count at 2-2. Quick check-in on baseball over across the street. The CWRU baseball team playing NYU in Game 3 of their 4-game set. Spartans lead 11-0 here in the 5th inning. That's not here, that's there. Batting in the bottom of the 5th. A one-hitter right now, Case Western Reserve is working on. Here in softball, it's scoreless in the bottom of the 1st in Game 2, as Russo will reach out and foul that one. It's still 2-2. Russo trying to keep the at-bat alive here. For the Spartans. So what has happened in this inning? KP led it off with an infield single. Bisberry reached on a fielding error. Kygros flied into a double play on a well-fielded ball by Audrey Hoy on left. And Caitlin Lamb had an infield single. As Bella Russo will hit that one to center field. But Sims is under it, and that'll retire their side. So Case Western Reserve gets a pair of hits, but unable to score as the Spartans and Maroons are tied as we head to inning number 2. So it'll be Paige Zofgold to lead it off for the Maroons here in inning number 2. Number 6 hitter in this lineup, but she'll take a strike from Kylie Hosey. Paige hitting .292 this season. She did not appear in game number 1. In the first game of this series, she went 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a pinch hitting appearance. The 0-1, and it hits her. So Zofka will be on with a hit by pitch. And the Maroons have a base runner here in inning number 2, same as they did in inning number 1. It'll be Anna Jensen now, who plays second, hitting .289 on the year. Jensen, the junior from Irvine, California. Zofko, the senior from Zionsville, Indiana. Zionsville Community High School. See what Jensen does with the runner on first, nobody out. Shows bunt, gets it down. Hosey will field it. Bare hand, and not in time. So a base hit, throw back to second, and she is out. So that's a hit and an out. So a base hit for Anna Jensen, a bunt single to the pitcher. And Paige Zofgol advanced but was out on the throw from Kylie Gross, to Karen Potts. So out 4-6 on that.
40, Kate Bannister.
Not a fielder's choice because she reached second and went around. So she claimed second, I believe is the parlance. We Kate Bannister to the plate. Bannister looks at a ball on the outside part of the plate. 1-0. Bannister hitting .250 this year. She saw her first action this series in the first game of this doubleheader. Went 0 for 2 in that game. 1-0. Hit to center field. Durham takes a couple steps to her right and will field it for out number 2. So 2 quick outs after the leadoff hit batsman. It'll bring up Matilda Nelson. Nelson, number 9 hitter in this lineup. Her first at-bat in this game. Nelson hitting .308 on the season. Did not have an official at-bat in the first game. Had a walk in 3 plate appearances. First pitch to her, outside for a ball. And in game number 1 of the series, went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Nelson was hit by a pitch. She had a sacrifice hit, and that was it. So the 1-0 is over for a strike. It's 1-1. 308 hitter is Nelson. The sophomore from Lima, Ohio. Went to Lima Senior High School. A couple of local products here on this team from the University of Chicago. The 1-1 pitch from Hosey. Off speed, foul to the plate, 1-2. So Paige Hefke, we've mentioned her in all 3 games, from North Royalton. Matilda Nelson from Lima, went to Lima Senior High School. And that's it, just those 2, actually. I'm looking at the rest of it, it's just 2. The 1-2 pitch to Nelson, way outside, it's 2-2. You look at the Chicago roster, there's a bunch of players actually from California. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players from California. 1 player from Chicago, that's Maya Martinez. And then players from Arkansas. They have players from Colorado, New Jersey, Georgia. The 2-2 popped up on the infield. Potts will take care of it. And over to the side. So a hit by pitch and a single lead to 0 runs for Chicago. We head to inning number 3. It's bottom of inning number 2. Scoreless here from Mather Park. Scoreless here as we start at the bottom of the second inning here from Mather Park, but not from a lack of trying. In just an inning and a half, these two teams have combined for 5 hits. A runner has reached on an error, and there's been a hit by pitch. So, what is that? 7 base runners in just an inning and a half, but no runs to show for it for either team. It'll be Lacey Lara to lead it off for the Spartans, the number 6 hitter in this lineup. She'll look at a pitch as the ball. It's 1-0. Lara 0 for 1 earlier today. Sorry, 1 for 1 with a walk. And in the first game of the series, went 0 for 1. So 1 for 2 this series. It should takes a strike. It's 1-1. Spartans really need, head coach Josie Henry and I have talked about this throughout the year, they really need some offense going from the bottom of the lineup. You saw that in the first game here today, as Lara will ground that one to the pitcher. Hefke will field it, throw on to first, and in time for the out. And Lara was retired, as Ashley Miller will come to the plate, the first-year right fielder.
Ashley Miller.
Miller went 0 for 1 with 2 runs scored in the first game today, and 0 for 2 in game 1 of the series. You saw the bottom of the order really kind of cycle through in the first game of this doubleheader, and you've seen that throughout the year. The Spartans looking for players as that pitch way high for a ball. It's 1-0. Looking for players to just have some consistency here. All of them can hit. Ashley Miller, Lacey Lara, Elena Steffes, Nyla Durham, Laura Miali, Kate Coonan, Kaylin Zuzai. All of them have shown flashes throughout the year and throughout their careers. But just getting consistent hits from 6, 7, 8, 9 in this lineup is what they're looking for. The 1-0 pitch to Miller fouls it back. It's 1-1. Those top 5 hitters, Karen Potts, Bisberry, Kai Gross, and Caitlin Lamb, and Bella Russo, all hitting above 300. All hitting actually above 350 coming into the day. Kai Gross, after that, I was going to say after that single, but she was retired. She was hitting 490 coming into the second game of the doubleheader. So consistency at the top of the lineup for sure. The 1-1, grounded to short. Going to be quick throw over to first, but good play there by Murphy. That'll be out number 2. But once you get to the bottom of the lineup, you're going to need people to cycle through and bring over to the top of the lineup. Nyla Durham to the plate, number 8 hitter, center fielder. Durham in game 1 today, 1 for 2 with a run scored and 0 for 2 to open the series. She takes a pitch for a ball, up and away. It's 1-0. Scoreless here, bottom of the second inning, 2 down, bases empty for the Spartans. Durham will hit that one high into the left field, and putting it away is Hoy. So 1, 2, 3 innings for the Spartans. Go to the top third, and it's scoreless. It'll be the top of the Chicago lineup here to lead off inning number 3. Sedona Ding leading it off for the Maroons. She singled to start this ball game. Advanced to second, but was stranded there. 2 innings of work now for Kylie Hosey. No runs on 3 hits, a pair of strikeouts. She's also hit a batter. First time through the lineup for Hosey, 36 pitches in 2 innings. First pitch to Ding. Catches the outside part of the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. In the first, the Maroons Went single, pop-up single. Put runners on first and second with just one out, but Hosey buckled down with a pair of strikeouts to retire the base runners. The 0-1. Driven into left field for a base hit. So Ding on with her second single in this ball game. She's 2 for 2 today. And in the second inning, Chicago had a base runner on a hit back pitch, an infield single on a bunt hit, but that base runner at second was retired on the base pass, and then 2 flyouts ended the inning. So we'll see what Maddie Murphy can do. Murphy popped out in her first at bat, 0 for 1. See if she goes for the sacrifice here. Murphy coming into today, shows bunt, gets it down, goes foul. It's 0-1. Two sacrifice hits coming into today. She did not have one earlier, so 2 on the season. We'll see if she shows bunt again. She does not. Pitch on the inside part of the plate for a strike. It's 0-2. So Murphy quickly down 0-2 with Ding on first. We'll see if Ding's running now. 0-2. Don't you often see the off-speed pitch, especially from Hosey? If you get a good jump on that, might have second base stolen. The 0-2. Swinging away, popped into right field. That'll be tough play for Miller. She makes a dive and unable to make the catch. Count remains 0-2. So that ball, a sinking liner into right field that Miller dived for, and I couldn't tell. I'm blocked from my vantage point here, but I don't even think she was able to get a glove on it. Looking over, I'm looking at the other side of the field in the Chicago bullpen. They do have one of their players warming up. That's Evelyn So, the first year from New York. Warm up in the bullpen, but just some soft toss to start. The 0-2 pitch from Hosey, way outside. It's 1-2. Paige Hefke in this game number 2, her third start of the series, has been pretty effective. 2 hits allowed, but no runs given up in 2 innings. The 0-2 from Hosey again. Inside for a ball. It's 2-2. So a good job by Maddie Murphy, working the count back even after a couple of foul balls. So this will be pitch number 6 in the at-bat. Here it is from Hosey. Grounded to second. Gross will flip it to Potts. Throw on to first, but not in time. So fielder's choice there for Maddie Murphy. Ding out for 6. As Natalie Inton will step to the plate. Inton, who singled in her first at bat. 1 for 1 today, in this game. Murphy now on first. Murphy heading into today's contest. 10 for 11 stealing. After that first game in which Caitlin Lamb threw out 2 of 3 base runners, we haven't seen Chicago really running. As that pitch lined into left field, that'll get down and get past Kate Coonan. 1 run will score. Anton on her way to third, and that'll be an RBI triple. So an RBI triple, run will score for Natalie Hanton, and Chicago has their first lead in this 3-game series. They're up 1-0. A sinking line drive there for Kate Coonan, unable to get in front of it. They'll get behind her, and Anton will be on third with just 1 out as the Maroons will look to further their lead. That's the second triple of the year for Anton, who came into today leading the team with a 361 average. She's now hitting 375. Audrey Hoy to the plate. Hoy hitting 329. She'll take a strike. Struck out looking in her first at-bat. And great play in left field did Audrey in inning number 1 to rob Kai Gross of what would have been extra bases and possibly a run. Hosey now with the infield in. Looking to get ahead as Hoy will slap at it and hit it foul to be 0-2. Infield in, 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Chicago now leads 1-0 on an RBI triple from Natalie Anton. The 0-2. Grounded up the left side, and that'll be base hit and a run. So Audrey Hoy delivers a run-scoring single. It'll be 2-0 Chicago. As the Maroons are now getting to Kylie Hosey here in inning number 3. Second time through the lineup for Chicago. Caitlin Lamb, the veteran senior catcher. Isabella Russo, the veteran senior first base player, out to talk to Hosey, who's also a veteran senior. So 3 of the 4 seniors in the circle right now. Be really weird if you saw the other one. That would be Lexi Miskey in the circle, because then you'd have 2 pitchers in the circle. Hosey's given up now 3 hits in the last 4 at-bats. A triple and 2 singles led to 2 Chicago runs. The Maroons lead 2-0 here in inning number 3.
Number 21, Layla Sims.
We'll bring Layla Sims to the plate. Sims 0 for 1. She struck out swinging in her first at-bat. Take a look down to the Spartan bullpen. We do have someone warming up. It is Lexi Miskey. It's going to be interesting to see how long of a leash Kylie Hosey gets as Sims will look at a ball. It's 1-0. Hosey's been over the plate. Of her 49 pitches, 32 have been strikes. But Miskey struggled with her command throughout the weekend, although has yet to give up a run. As that pitch over for a strike, it's 1-1. Sorry, Miskey's given up 2 runs in 8 innings of work. So, Hosey now, runner on first, 1-1 count. A soft grounder. Lamb will barehand it, be a tough play, and that'll be an infield single. So about a 10-foot single there from Layla Sims. Her speed gets her on the bases as Audrey Hoyle moved to second. And not much the Spartans could do there. Paige Zvockel to the plate. She was hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance. Swings and misses at the first pitch she sees from Hosey. Maroons are in business here. Already 2 runs across in this inning. Runner on second, that's Audrey Hoy. Runner on first is Layla Sims. Looking to extend their lead. Already with 7 hits in the contest. As that pitch outside low for ball. It's 1-1. I wonder just a batter ago how long of a leash Kylie Hosey gets. I do wonder if Zvockel gets on or if she scores a couple runs here, if that'll be it. The 1-1 fouled back. It's 1-2. Every game is important for Case Western Reserve, especially here in conference play. The Spartans entered play today, 2.5 games behind Wash U in the conference standings. They're now 2 back with the win in the first contest. 2 back in the loss column, but really 3 back because Wash U holds the tiebreaker. Zvockel will ground it to short. Potts shovels it to Gross at second. On to first, a double play. Pitcher's best friend, 6-4-3, and Hosey gets out of the inning. However, Chicago scores 2 in the top of the 3rd. They now lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of inning number 3. Third inning of work in the circle for Paige Hefke. 23 pitches, 16 strikes. She's faced 8 batters so far. It'll be Tara Fritcher to lead off the third inning for the Spartans. Kate Coonan was supposed to hit, scheduled to hit for Case Western Reserve, but she will not be hitting. It'll be Tara Fritcher in the number 9 spot for the Spartans. So Fritcher will hit for Case Western Reserve. This will be her first at-bat of the series, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, first at-bat of the series. The junior from Versailles, Ohio, comes into the day hitting. She does not have a hit in 2 at-bats, limited action. Takes a pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. This is just her 3rd at-bat, her 4th plate appearance. 0 for 2 with 4 runs scored. 11th game played. She does have a start. The 1-0 popped up on the right side of the infield. Jensen will be under it and put it away for out number 1. So the pinch hitter is retired. And bringing the top of the lineup up, Karen Potts to bat for the Spartans. So 1 out here in inning number 3. KP 1 for 1 in this game. 4 for 4 today. Couldn't hold up on a pitch in the dirt. It's 0-1. She was doubled off on that great play by Audrey Hoy in left field in the first inning. Otherwise, probably would have scored. 1 out here, bottom of the 3rd. Bases are empty. Potts will fly that one foul into the trees. 0-2. So Potts facing an 0-2 count. It's not struck out this week, and Hefke does not really have the strikeout pitch. The 0-2 is high for ball. It's 1-2. This weekend, oh, she does have 4 strikeouts now. She just had the 1 in the first contest. But before that, but in the earlier game today, she did have 3. This season, 96 and 121 and 1/3 innings. That pitch down and away for ball. It's 2-2. I was talking about the importance of the rest of these games for the Spartans in the UAA standings. 8-3 now in conference play, trailing WashU, who's 10-1. CWRU won 1 of 3 from WashU to start this season, the conference season. The 2-2 pitch, grounded. Whoa, a great play by Jensen, diving to her right, and Potts is robbed of hit number 5. Really great defense in this game number 2 from Chicago. You've seen 2 diving stops there from Jensen, Hoy in left, Murphy at short. So the way you upset the number 13 team is by playing good defense. And that's how they're doing it. So far, at least up 2-0 here in the 3rd. Lee Bisberry reached on an air in the first inning. Did not score, stranded on the bases. First pitch to her, outside for a ball. It's 1-0. The Spartans basically, to win the conference championship, CWRU needs to win out and get some help. 7 games left, I'm sorry. 6 after today. Just 2 more series after this. The 1-0. Barry will line that one into right field, but there is the right fielder ding, and that'll retire the side. So Spartans go 1-2-3 in the 3rd. They still trail 2-0 as we head to inning number 4. off the fourth inning for Chicago. It'll be Anna Jensen. The Maroons looking to build off of their 2-0 lead. They scored 2 in the third inning. Already have 7 hits today off of Kylie Hosey. Was helped by a double play at the end that third inning. First pitch is over for a strike. It's 0-1 on Jensen, who made a great play in the bottom half of this last inning, diving to her left to retire Bella Russo. Sorry, Karen Potts, not Bella Russo. The 0-1 lines that one to left center field. Now get down for a base hit. Coonan is there. She'll corral it. So a leadoff single in 4 innings, 4 leadoff base runners for Chicago. They had a leadoff single in the first, a leadoff hit by pitch in the second, a leadoff single in the third, now a leadoff single in the fourth. So Kate Bannister to the plate, 0 for 1 with a fly out. Bannister, the sophomore from Dallas. We'll see if she's bunting here or if playing it straight up. She does, shows bunt, offers and misses. That's a strike. Now with 1 strike, we'll see how they play it. No outs, runner on first, top of the fourth, 2-0 Chicago leads here in game number 2 of this doubleheader. Swing and a miss, strike 2, so bunt was off there, and Bannister cuts and misses at a pitch down and away. Lead us to an 0-2 count. Hosey looking for the strikeout, or maybe another double play ball, that'd be even better. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 3 for Kylie Hosey. Bannister goes down swinging for the first time today. Tilda Nelson will step up to the plate with 1 out and that runner still on first. Nelson hitting now 304 on the year. Popped out in her first plate appearance today. Nelson, the number 9 hitter in this lineup. If Hosey does not retire here, it'll be Sedona Ding to the plate. And that pitch low off speed for a ball 1-0. Ding 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. So I wonder, I'm curious, if this is the last batter for Kylie Hosey, as after this it'll be the 3rd time through the Chicago lineup. The 1-0, that's over for a strike. It's 1-1. She did get the strikeout, though gave up a hit. So up and down day here for Kylie Hosey. 2 runs so far and 3 hits in 3 1/3 innings. Hosey, the senior from Medina, Ohio. Neuroscience and psych double major. Is swing and a miss from Nelson. And a pitch in the dirt, and that'll be 1-2. No, neuroscience and psych, pre-med. Hosey also presented at Intersections. If you're with us for the first game, I talked about the undergraduate research poster session. The 1-2 pitch. Low and outside for a ball. It's 2-2. Now, Caitlin Lamb's project I can understand, making an espresso machine from scratch. That I get. Kylie Hosey was doing research on stuff that I don't even know. I could not tell you what it was about. The 2-2 pitch, outside for a ball, runs the count full 3-2. As part of her neuroscience research, she was researching some sort of cells in the brain. That's all I could tell you. She explained it to me. Did a great job of explaining it in Intersections. But, yeah, I had no idea. The full count offering. Inside and maybe low. Will send Nelson to first. So another walk from Hosey. That's actually not another. That's her first today. Put runners on first and second, and we'll get some sort of change for Chicago. Likely a pinch runner here. See what change they make. It will be a pinch runner. It'll be 22. 22 a run at second base for Bannister. That's 22 Ashley Boudou, the sophomore from West Hampstead, New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now running at second base for Chicago, number 22, Ashley Boudou. Now batting for Chicago, number 1, Sedona Ding.
So it'll be Sedona, Ding to the plate. Ding already 2 for 2 today. First pitch from Hosey. She slaps that one foul up the third baseline. It's 0-1. So Ashley Boudou on the run for Chicago. This is her first appearance in this series. Her first, oh no, I'm sorry, her 25th appearance overall. She's 2 for 3 in stolen base attempts. The 0-1, high for ball. Lamb fakes a throw back to second. No one was there. So Ding facing a 1-1 count now against Hosey. That pitch catches the outside part of the plate. It's 1-2. Spartans at least have the infield in against the slapper. Swung over, at least Kai Gross at second, swung over to the right hand side, first base side. Karen Potts shading towards third base. The 1-2 pitch to Ding, off speed at the letters, high for a ball. It's 2-2. Ding 5-3 in the box, so hard to get a strike against her. So Boudou, the pinch runner at second. Maddie Nelson at first. Matilda Nelson, I'm sorry. Ding will look at a ball. It's now full, 3-2. And as I mentioned in this last inning, we'll see how long Kylie Hosey has left in this game. Already at 71 pitches. 2 runs across, no one warming in that bullpen. Payoff pitch. Fouled up the third baseline, still 3-2. Good at bat here from Ding. This will be pitch number 7. The leadoff hitter, already 2 for 2 today. Those are, oh, she has 3 hits now in this series and 6 at bats. So 500 on the weekend. Payoff one more time. Called strike 3. So Hosey gets the strikeout. 2 outs now here in inning number 4. Maddie Murphy to the plate. Murphy 0 for 2. Popped out and reached on the fielder's choice. Scored in the third. Popped out in the first. Reached on the fielder's choice. Scored in the third. Sorry for the confusion there. It's her second run on the series. First pitch to her. Off speed, outside for a ball. It's 1-0. You do wonder. I'm a former umpire. I could probably tell you. It's been a while, though, since I've been behind the dish. If the off speed, because you give the umpire more time to watch the pitch, they're more accurate on those pitches on the edges versus a fastball. The 1-0, that one was definitely off the plate. It's 2-0. I don't know, just wondering out loud here. Got to make a quicker decision on the fastball than you do on the changeup, slider, whatever. 2-0 on Murphy. The number 2 hitter in this lineup. Runners on first and second. That pitch inside for a ball. It's 3-0. Murphy had to duck out of the way. Hosey now needs a strike. Needs to come back 1 strike at a time. On deck is Natalie Anton, who's already 2 for 2 today. 3-0. Ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk, the second of the inning. Will load the bases for Chicago with 2 outs and Natalie Anton to the plate. Anton now 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. And we'll see head coach Josie Henry go to the circle. No, we'll see her make a pitching change. Hosey's day is done. It'll be Lexi Miskey into the circle for the Spartans. We'll tell you about her when we come back. So Hosey gives way to Lexi Miskey, who started games number 1 and 2 for the Spartans. Pitched just 3 innings in game number 2, 5 innings in game 1, 5 scoreless innings, 2 hits, 4 walks, 8 strikeouts. In game number 1 today, 3 innings, 2 runs on 1 hit, 4 walks, and a strikeout. So a bit of wild for the Spartans. She comes in a tough spot. 2 outs, bases loaded for Chicago against Natalie Anton, the best hitter on this Maroons team. Anton 2 for 2 in this game with a triple, an RBI, and a single, and a run scored. First pitch, swinging, fouls it back. It's 0-1. Miskey this season, updated stats for her. If I could find them. Updated stats for Miskey this year. 13-3. This is appearance number 20, just her fourth, 24, just her fourth out of the bullpen. 2.24 ERA. She has no saves. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike. It's 0-2. In 103 innings, she struck out 108, giving up 33 earned runs and walked 72. But opponents are batting just 198 against her. So she has Anton down 0-2. Foul ball and strike looking. See what she goes here. In a tough spot. In the dirt. Good stop by Lamb. Saves a run from scoring. It's 1-2. Miskey hustles back to the circle, prevents the runners from advancing. It's Ashley Boudou on third. She came in as a pinch runner. Matilda Nelson on second. Maddie Murphy on first. 2 down here for Chicago. The pitch. High. Good take there by Anton. It's 2-2. Miskey tried to get her to chase. Did not. Now, these two have faced off already a couple times in this series. So you wonder what they're thinking, you know, what this cat and mouse game is. 2-2 pitch. Off speed. Miskey tried to fool her, but it pushed her out of the box. So runs the count full. Runners will be in motion. The wheel will be turning. Buda will be off from third. Nelson will be off from second. Murphy will be off from first. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Anton chased a rise ball up and out of the zone. Miskey escapes the danger as the Spartans keep the Maroons off the board, but they still trail 2-0 heading to the bottom of the 4th. Bottom of the 4th inning. Spartans still trail 2-0. It'll be Kai Gross to lead off the 4th for Case Western Reserve. She had a drive into a ball in the 1st inning into left center field, but a good play by Audrey Hoy retired her, and the Spartans were double up on that. Everyone thought that ball was going to drop except for Audrey Hoy, if anything. Gross coming off the first game of this doubleheader, went 3 for 4 with 3 doubles. Paige Hefke working on a gem right now. 3 innings. Just 2 hits, as that pitch low for a ball. It's 1-0. 3 innings, 2 hits, 32 pitches. She's faced 11 batters, no strikeouts, no walks. Both of those hits came in that 1st inning, so she's retired 7 in a row. That pitch high, it's now 2-0. give you the potentially final line on Kylie Hosey. She can still re-enter for the Spartans, but Hosey went 3 2/3 innings, gave up 2 runs on 8 hits with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. She faced 20 batters, threw 77 pitches, 48 strikes. The 2-0 to Gross. Drives that one into right field, and that'll drop for a base hit. So hit number 4 today for Kylie Gross. A single to right field, and she's on, and that'll break up the streak of 7 in a row set down by Hefke.
Now
Caitlin
batting
Lamb to the
number
plate.
2, Caitlin
Lamb, who singled in her first at bat,
I've been to Brea. I've been to the one down there.
hitting 341 on the season.
Brea, yeah.
Lamb, who just had the 1 hit in the first game, but it was a big one. A 2-run homer that ended the contest, made the score 11-2 in inning number 6. Lamb already with 2 home runs in this series, and she is hitting well for the Spartans. Drives that one to right field, over the right fielder's head, but good catch there by Ding, who went back on it and was able to get it. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and Lamb put a drive into it the other way, but unable to get it to fall. Bella Russo to the plate. Russo, who flew out in her first at bat. Russo looking to get things going here. Had a good stretch in the middle of the season. She was seeing the ball well. Well, I mean, she was seeing the ball well against NYU also. Fouls that one back. It's 0-1. She had a good stretch against NYU also. These last 2 UA series, not including this one, Bella Russo, 7-game hitting streak, multiple hits in 5 of those 7 games. Now against Chicago, 1 for 6 with a run scored. So Paige Hefke really has her number here. The 0-1, that's over for a strike. It's 0-2. Good pitch there. Fooled Russo, was not looking off speed on that. So Russo now down 0-2. Gross on first. The 0-2, that's high, and that'll get a wild pitch, and Kai Gross will move to second. Looks to go to third, but will not advance.
I mean, usually it's just until like the game ends.
So count now 1-2 on Bella. Runner in scoring position. That's a key run. The Spartans are down 2-0 here in inning number 4, looking to claw back in this game. It's tying run at the plate.
Give me something to do. Now I'm invested.
1-2 offering. Ooh, Hefke thought she had it, as did her catcher Anton, but home plate umpire did not give her the call. It's now 2-2. Missed just a touch outside. So Russo stays alive, even count at 2-2. And there's called strike 3. Froze her on the off-speed pitch. So strikeout number 1 today for
Now batting number 15, Lacey
Paige
Lara.
Hefke. Bring up Lacey Lara to the plate. Lara 0 for 1 with the ground out. She grounded out to Hefke. Gross still on second. Lara looking for her 7th RBI of the season. 2 down here in the 4th. Pitch over for a strike. It's 0-1. And the throw goes into center field, and Gross will score. You look down for 1 second, and Kylie Gross is crossing home plate. Throw back to second, went into center field, as Gross will score on the air. See if she was even running on that. The Spartans have had a throwback, like they've stolen bases on throwbacks to the pitchers already today. So Gross just caught him napping. And the throw went into center, and she just kept running. So Spartans now trail 2-1. Count is 1-1. Should be. So 0-1 the count on Lair as the umpires had to convene and get the count right. Gross scored on the air. Give her the steal on that. The throwback to second wouldn't have gotten her. She would have gotten third on a stolen base. The 0-1 fouled back. It's now 0-2. So Lacey Lair now batting with the bases empty. That run unearned so far against Paige Hefke. Case Western looking to get back into this game. They trail now 2-1. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-2. Spartans won on Friday in a 1-0 game. That was their 10th, I believe, one-run contest this season. They're 5-5 now in those games. That pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-2. Check that one for y'all. Make sure I'm right on that. Sorry, that was their 11th run game. They're now 6-5 in one-run games, 3-3 in conference play. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Lair goes down swinging. Costly error, though, for the Maroons as Case Western Reserve scores. They still trail. It's 2-1 as we head to inning number 5. So it'll be Audrey Hoy to lead off the top of the 5th inning for the University of Chicago Maroons. The Maroons still lead. It's 2-1 here from Mather Park in Cleveland. Lexi Miskey now in the circle for the Spartans. She struck out the first and only batter she faced in the top of the 4th. Hoy 1 for 2 today in this game with a single, an RBI, and a strikeout. In game 1 today, she was 1 for 1 with an RBI and a walk. Offers at a pitch for a strike. It's 0-1. So today, Audrey Hoy, what is that? 2 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. And in this series, 2 for 4. Hoy looking to get things started here for the Maroons in the 5th. Trying to extend their lead, retake a multiple run advantage. Pops that one foul. Back up the screen. It's 0-2. Hoy, the sophomore from Cumming, Georgia, South Forsyth grad. Was talking about intersections earlier and what Caitlin Lamb and Kylie Hosey did for their intersections presentations. Lexi Miskey, also part of a group that did intersections, as that pitch pops up on the infield. Kylie Gross with running sliding catch. Good play there by Kylie Gross. And on that short pop-up and able to retire Audrey Hoy. Bring up Layla Sims. Layla 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout.
Number 21, Layla Sims.
Miskey, part of a group who made and designed a glove to help people who have grip issues. That was her senior research project. Also in Lexi Miskey's group, Lily McCloskey from the women's tennis team. As the first pitch to Sims, over for a strike. It's 0-1. Now, with McCloskey and Miskey, that's, 5 All-America honors between the two of them. Kate Menzer also in that group from the women's swimming and diving team, and I believe she has 3 All-America honors in her career. So that's 8 total. As that pitch high for a ball, it's 1-1. 3 All-Americans with 8 total All-America honors in that research group. What a group there. Student athletes here at Case Western, and of course at the University of Chicago as well. The 1-1 high for a ball, 2-1 to Sims. Sims, a business econ major there at Chicago. She was an AP scholar with distinction in National Honor Society back in high school. Academic All-District in 2023. Fouls that one deep into right field, and that'll go out of play, 2-2. Two academic powerhouses, two powerhouses on the softball diamond. 2-2 now on Sims. One down, base is empty, top of fifth. The pitch, low for a ball, good take there. It runs the count full, 3-2. Miskey, at least here now. You can see this in game number 2. Closer with those balls. In game 1, she was all over the place. In game 2 now, at least closer to the corners. The payoff. Called strike 3. Three batters, 2 strikeouts for Lexi Miskey.
What is it? Number 13, Paige Sofko.
Paige Zvokal to the plate for the Maroons. She was hit by a pitch in her first plate appearance in the second inning, grounded into a double play in the third inning. 0 for 1 officially today. Batting with the bases empty and 2 outs here in the fifth. Chicago holding on to a 2-1 lead. Takes a strike at the knees on the inside half of the plate. 0-1.
Well, that's. But I never parked there. You know, it's like, there's no way.
I was playing
No one warming up in the Chicago bullpen, so we'll see Paige Hefke in the bottom of the fifth. Don't know why we wouldn't, but I mean, probably because all the pitches. Zvokal at the plate. Zvokal, the senior from Zionsville, Middle Indiana. The 1-1 fouls that one back. It's 1-2. Not Zionsville, Ohio. Zionsville, Indiana.
Just parked about as far away as you could. It went through trees and everything and still hit it.
Located just outside of Indianapolis, northwest suburb there of the capital of Indiana. It's not too far of a trip to either Chicago or Cleveland for her family. I imagine some of them are here today. The 1-2 hits her again. So Zvokal on for the second time today with a hit by pitch. Gonna bring up Anna Jensen. Jensen 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles. Raise your average up to 319. For the Maroons, coming into today, they'd been hit by 16 pitches, double their opponents. Already hit twice here in this game. And in the first game, as the first pitch to Jensen over first strike, it's 0-1. Hit by a pitch as well. So make that 19 hit by pitches for Chicago this season. Meanwhile, the Spartans have been hit by 18. So not, I mean, same, about the same, about the same. The 0-1, high, didn't get her to chase. Throw down, did she get her? She did. Zvokal picked off there by Lamb and Russo. We'll see if they appeal. But as of now, the inning is over. We'll check back. So the umpires confirmed the call is out at first. So we head to the bottom of the fifth. It's 2-1 Chicago. It'll be Ashley Miller to lead off the bottom of the fifth inning for Case Western Reserve. Spartans looking to get things going here against Paige Hefke. Hefke was allowed just one run. It was unearned on 3 hits and struck out 2 in the 4th inning. Keeping the Spartans off balance in at least the second game. In game 1, though, she was hit for 5 runs. So I guess she made some adjustments here in game number 2, and the Spartans need to counter. Spartans trail 2-1 here in the 5th. First pitch over for a strike. Miller 0 for 1 in this game with a ground out. Chicago scored 2 in the 3rd, and Case Western 1 in the 4th, and that's been it for the scoring in this game. The Maroons with 2 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors. Case Western Reserve 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. Miller fouls that one back. It's 0-2. Once again, Hefke very efficient in the circle. Spartans have been swinging early in counts. 46 pitches through 4 innings. Now up to 48. Of those 48, 31 for strikes, so I can't do math that quickly. It seems, though, a pretty good percentage. 0-2. 65% strikes for Hefke in the circle. Miller at the plate, the first-year outfielder for the Spartans from Aurora, Colorado. Lines that one to left field. Left fielder is under it. Takes too far back and takes a step in, and that'll be out. Hoy there corrals it for out number 1. It'll be Kaylin Zuzai now to hit for Nyla Durham. So Zuzai now batting for Durham here in the 8th spot with 1 out. Base is empty in the 5th. Zuzai, the sophomore from the Woodlands, Texas. She went 0 for 1 in game 1 today, and in the first game of the series, 0 for 0 with a walk. So just 0 for 1 in these 3 games. Hitting .214 on the season. Zuzai is. This is her 26th appearance in 30 games. First pitch from Hefke. On the inside part of the plate for a strike. It's 0-1. Zuzai crowding the plate there. Most batters, I'd say, crowding the plate. 0-1. Fouled back, 0-2. This season, Zuzai, 9 hits, 2 of them doubles, 8 runs driven in. Just looking to get on here. She's also walked 9 times, so sort of .214 average, a .382 on base. For the sophomore from Texas. I have no idea where the Woodlands is. Let's look it up. The 0-2, high for a ball. It's 1-2. It's next to Shenandoah, outside of Houston. So just north of Houston. To me, it looks like about an hour away, but probably with traffic now in Houston, it's probably 2. The 1-2 pitch outside and low, it'll be 2-2. Zuzai is her first at bat in this contest. Pops that one into right field, a Bermuda Triangle, but played there well by Ding, and she'll retire the pinch hitter for out number 2. So after giving up the hit to Kylie Gross to lead off the 4th, Paige Hefke settled in again, retired 5 in a row, and that run against her unearned. So Kate Coonan, the number 9 hitter who popped out in her only at-bat today. Sorry, she did not hit yet today. She's 0 for 0. Pitch high for a ball. It's 1-0. Coonan hitting 175 on the season. This was her 30th game played. She's played in every game so far this season. Went 0 for 1 in game 1. And 0 for 1 in the first game of the series. Swing and miss. And a strike there. It's 1-1. Want an update from Nobby's ballpark, the baseball field there on campus. Case Western Reserve won 17-1 in 7 innings. So that game is over. Coonan will follow this one back. It's 1-2. Quinn Saunders went 5 1/3 innings, gave up 3 hits, got 8 strikeouts, 6 walks. So the Spartans now 1-1-1 in that series with the rubber match tomorrow. That's right. CWRU baseball lost the first game yesterday, tied the second game, and won the third game. All right, Coonan with a 1-2 pitch. Looks at a pitch low. Maybe it's outside as well. No call there from the home plate umpire. That's Michael Giancarlo Jr. Evens the count at 2-2. Swing and miss, strike 3. So Coonan goes down swinging. Hefke retires aside once again, and the Spartans trail 2-1 as we head to inning number 6. So Anna Jensen will lead off the 6th. She was at the plate when Lamb picked off the runner at first. That was Svokal, I believe, who was picked off to end the 5th inning. It was. That does not count as a caught stealing, unfortunately, for Lamb, who's caught 11 runners stealing this season. I think that was her first pickoff this year. First pitch to Jensen, who's 2 for 2 today. Look at a ball, it's 1-0. Yeah, first pickoff for the Spartans this year. You don't get many in softball. That's not technically a caught stealing, though, because she wasn't even trying to steal. She was just caught off at first. The 1-0 pitch to Jensen. Fouled back, it's 1-1. Lexi Miskey now, 1 1/3 innings, 2 strikeouts. She's retired all 4 batters that she's faced. 23 pitches, 14 strikes. In the circle for Chicago, Paige Hefke, repeating her performance from game number 1, just about. The 1-1 pitch, fouled back, it's 1-2. So far from Hefke, for Chicago, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, it's unearned, and 3 strikeouts. She's faced 18 batters in 5 innings. Spartans have just allowed the 2 runs on 8 hits, though, with a pair of walks and a pair of hit by pitches, if I'm not mistaken. The 1-2 pitch, check swing foul, still 1-2. So Jensen stays alive. 1 and 2 against Miski. Miski looking for the strikeout number 3 today, number 111 this season. For her career, Lexi Miski, the program leader in strikeouts, has a lot. I'll take a look and tell you how many in a second. The 1-2, and it hit her. So second hit by pitch by Miski. Second in a row, really. Third in this game. So Kate Bannister to the plate. But we'll get a pinch runner here for Jensen. Who will run for Jensen now? She's already ran for it. It was Ashley Boodoo who ran for her in the fourth inning. My apologies. Now in the sixth. Oh no, sorry, it'll be a pinch hitter. My apologies. Pinch hitter number 3. So number 3 hitting for Chicago. It's Brianna Leach. 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now batting for Chicago.
So Brianna Leach to the plate for the Maroons. Leach just 5 at-bats this season, does not have a hit. Shows bunt, gets it down, but caught by Russo. So 1 pitch, 1 out as the pinch hitter was retired. Jensen not able to advance. Tilly Nelson now, the number 9 hitter in this Chicago lineup to the plate. 0 for 1 with a walk, stranded in the 4th. 725 strikeouts for Lexi Miski in her career. Is that pitch over for a strike? She's 75 away from 800. I can do that quick math there. Looking to get the Spartans out of this inning here, though. As Tilly swings and misses it. Pitch over the plate. It's 0-2. Jensen led off the inning. She's hit by a pitch. Pinch hitter retired on a failed bunt. Nelson now down 0-2. 2-strike pitch from Miski. Rise ball didn't get it to chase. 1-2. Spartans here in game number 2 of this doubleheader. Series finale against Chicago. Trail 2-1 in the 6th, and Nelson will get on with another hit batter. 2 this inning, 3 this game for Lexi Miski, who's had some issues with hit by pitches. She hit 8 batters coming into the day, so maybe not crazy issues, but some issues nonetheless.
Now batting, number 1.
Top of the order for the Maroons. It's Sedona Ding, 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a strikeout. See what the slapper does here. Infield is in for the fleet-footed outfielder. I don't know if Lexi's going to be afraid to pitch inside now after hitting 3 batters. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. So, Ding at the plate, looking to extend Chicago's lead. The Maroons are up 2-1. They had 2 runs in the 3rd inning. That's been it for them. 2 runs on 8 hits. Offers at the bunt and misses. It's 0-2. Ding now down 0-2 to Lexi Miski. 1 out here in the 6th. Leading 2-1, looking to pull the upset over the 13th ranked Spartans. Case Western Reserve for the 0-2 pitch. Line to Bisberry, foul. Touched it just as it was over the foul line, so still 0-2. The Spartans this season 9-0 at home. They've won their last, what would that be? 11, 12, 13, 14 games here at Mather Park dating back to last season. That includes the postseason. So 9-0 in the 2025 regular season. They swept Co in the Super Regionals. That was at home. The 0-2 pitch to Ding. Slapped it foul. Hits the top of the Chicago dugout and rolls out of play. Still 0-2. Sorry, so yes, 9-0 this year, 2-0 in Supers, and then the regionals, remember, they had to come from the loser's bracket, so they had to win 3 consecutive elimination games just to get to Supers. So there's 3 there. The 0-2 again. Hit maybe 10 feet in front of home plate and everybody will be safe. And there's the slapper advantage for you as Sedona Ding gets on with a single that just escaped outside of the right-handed hitter batter's box. So everyone advances on the infield hit. The third of the day for Ding, as the bases are loaded with 1 out here in inning number 6. It's Maddie Murphy to the plate. Murphy 0 for 2 with a run scored, a walk. She reached on a fielder's choice in the third. The entire Spartan team will meet in the circle. Bella Russo leading this meeting, the senior first base player. Russo getting the team ready with Lexi Miskey tying her shoe, I think. Spartans in a tough spot. Bases loaded, just 1 out. Maroons had the bases loaded earlier in this game. That was with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Miskey able to get the strikeout to escape damage. And in the 3rd inning, Chicago had runners on 1st and 2nd with just 1 out, and a double play got the Spartans out of that inning. But it'll be Maddie Murphy to the plate. Jensen's on 3rd, Nelson's on 2nd, Ding's on 1st. First pitch, foul tip back into the catcher Lamb, and it'll be 0-1. Big spot here for the Maroons. Bases are loaded. Infield's in. The play will be at home on a ground ball. The 0-1. And there's a ground ball. Gross will field it. Throws home. Negates the out at home. So that'll be 2 outs. Murphy will reach on a fielder's choice. Everyone moves up except for Jensen, who was out at home. Now with 2 down, the infield can play back. Play at any base. Nelson now at 3rd, Ding at 2nd, Murphy at 1st. Single with speed on the bases, a single will score 2. Natalie Anton to the plate. Anton 2 for 3, already driven in a run today. Triple, a run scored, and a single. She struck out in her last at bat. That was the first one for Lexi Miskey today. Swings at the first pitch, lines it up the 3rd baseline. Foul. Almost hit the on-deck batter as well as her head coach. But everyone out of the way, so count is now 0-1. Chicago looking to score a few more runs, increase their lead here in the last 2 innings. Case Western Reserve looking to keep their deficit at 1, as they need a rally in the 6th and 7th, potentially the 7th. The 0-1, home from Miskey. She takes off Lamb, and here it comes. Rise ball up, 1-1. It'll be the top of the Spartan batting order to lead off the 6th. Karen Potts, Bisberry, and Kai Gross, who have 2 of the team's 3 hits today. The Spartans need to escape this inning first. The 1-1 to Anton. High and maybe outside for ball. It's 2-1. A walk scores a run just as much as a base hit. So the Spartans and Lexi Miskey need to get out of this inning with an out. Anton looking to drive in at least 1, maybe 2. Help the Maroons pad their lead. That pitch is high. Ball 3. Now need to throw one over if you're Lexi Miskey. 3 straight balls after the foul ball. to start the at-bat. If you're Anton, I think you're going up swinging. This pitch has to be over the plate. We'll see what she throws. Here it comes. There's a strike at the letters. Runs the count full, 3-2. The wheel will be in motion again. Nelson coming home from third. Ding from second to third, and Murphy from first to second. Full count offering from Lexi Miskey to Natalie Anton with the bases loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. Here we go, the payoff. Line in the left field. That'll get down for a base hit up the left field line. Coonan will field it. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And it'll be a 2-run double for Natalie Anton. Pitch caught too much at the plate, and she was able to sneak that one just in front of the left field line. Anything the Spartan fielders could do. As the Chicago Maroons will increase their lead. It's now 4-1. Audrey Hoyd at the plate now. So Natalie Anton with 3 of the team's 4 runs batted in. So Audrey Hoyd will step up to the plate, but first head coach Josie Henry for the Spartans will meet in the circle. Trying to get Lexi Miskey, calm her down here after giving up that double. Some key insurance runs for the Maroons here. Normally, the entire team meets in the circle, but right now it's just Josie Henry and Lexi Miskey talking about pitching, I would imagine. Henry, Hall of Fame pitcher at Ashland University, D2, couple of NCAA leaders. I believe she had over 1,000 strikeouts in her career, 4 years at Ashland. So she knows pitching if anyone does. Spartans not out of it yet. It's 4-1 here. Inning number 6. Natalie Anton, as she's done all year for these Maroons, comes through in the clutch. The team's leading hitter came into this game batting .360, raised her average now. She's hitting .378. Those RBIs, she's now up to 20. Now has the team lead. So Anton does the job for the Maroons with 2 outs here in the 6th. But it's still Audrey Hoy at the plate as Lexi Miskey will look to settle in. And there's strike 1 swinging to Hoy. So of the matchups, 2 matchups, Miskey got the better of Anton in the first. But Anton strikes back with a key hit in the second. As Hoy pops that one up, it's going to be a tough play, and it'll land. A base hit for Hoy. 1 run will score, and 2 runs will score. So a 2-run pop-up single for Audrey Hoy. It's now 6-1 Chicago. So back-to-back 2-run hits for the Maroons, and this game is blown wide open now. It's 6-1. Chicago leads here in inning number 6. So Hoy will clear the bases. Those are her 2nd and 3rd RBIs of the day.
Now batting, number 21, Sims.
And for Hoy, that's RBIs number 19 or 20 and 21. So she now takes the team lead from Anton. First pitch swinging, and that'll go foul, is Layla Sims. Sims 1 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts and a single. Sims, the senior, at the plate. Chicago already 4 runs across in this inning. They finally got to Lexi Miskey here in the 6th. Well, sort of in a way. 2 of those runners got on with hit-by pitches. And then there was a single that went just in front of home plate. A solid double by Natalie and a single from Audrey Hoy. Swing and a miss there from Sims, and she's down 0-2. Case Western Reserve has their work cut out for them in the final 2 innings. Paige Hefke has twirled a gem for Chicago. 1 unearned run in 5 innings, just 3 hits allowed. This team looks very different than the one that scored 11 runs in Game 1. That one popped up on the infield. Lamb dives and it gets off her glove. No one's at second, and that'll be a base hit. So another infield single keeps the inning alive. Lamb really had no play there. She tried to dive and get to it. It wasn't popped up high enough for her to catch it. Our best play might have been to let it go foul, but that's hard to do, especially when your defense is pressing as they are now. So ninth batter to bat is Paige Svockel to the plate.
Now batting, number 13, Faye Lupko.
As the Maroons have batted around here in inning number 6. Audrey Hoy on second, Layla Sims on first, 2 down for Chicago. That pitch high for a ball. Last 3 batters have reached on base hits. The one before that, fielder's choice, one for that on a base hit. And 2 of the previous 3 not hit by pitches. So it's 1-0 to Svockel, who is 0 for 1. She's been hit by 2 pitches. That pitch high for a ball. It's 2-0. I imagine Miski here is not going to try to work on the inside part of the plate. Svockel been hit twice already. Miski needs to center herself and get another strike here. The 0-1. There it is. Throw down to first, and it hits the runner, and that'll be an error on the Spartans.
Is this still a strike or just an error?
That's a strike, yeah? So Sims does not advance. The throw down to hit her. Karam'd into right field, and Hoy moves up on the play. So first and third now for the Maroons. 2-1 the count on Svockel. That runner now 60 feet closer. Svockel. Lexi Miski in the circle, though, needs to forget about all that. Focus on getting strikes. The 2-1. And a hitter again. Third time today, Paige Svockel's been on with a hit by pitch. Oh, hang on. As the Maroons now have the bases loaded with 2 outs. 6-1 our score.
Now batting,
It's
number
Anna
4,
Jensen to the plate.
Jensen.
She led off this inning. She was hit by a pitch and out at the plate on a ground out. So bases loaded again for Chicago. First pitch to Jensen, high for a ball. It's 1-0. Jensen today, 2 for 2. Reached in all 3 plate appearances. The 1-0. That's on the inside part of the plate. It's a strike, 1-1. Spartans trail 6-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. Chicago has scored 4 times in this frame and has batted around here against Lexi Miski, who came on in relief 2 innings ago. The 1-1, pop foul behind the plate. It's 1-2. 1 strike away, though, is the Spartan hurler from getting out of this. Miski's given up 4 runs on 4 hits, 2 strikeouts. Hasn't walked a batter, but she's hit 4. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Miski escapes, but Chicago scores 4 times. They extend their lead. It's 6-1 Maroons. Top of the Spartan lineup will be due up here in the bottom of the 6th. So the Spartans trail by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning after a 4-run sixth from the Maroons gave the Chicago visiting team a 6-1 lead. But if you're looking to start a rally, this is the best place to do it, at the top of the lineup. Karen Potts first pitch swing and pops it in the left. Audrey Hoy under it and will retire Potts on the first pitch. Spartans making contact but unable to get some hits going. As Bisberry will come to the plate, 0 for 2 with reached on an error and lined out. So Bisberry at the plate, looking to get things going. 1 down here, bottom 6, Spartans trailed by 5. First pitch from Hefke, lined into center field and caught by Layla Sims, a diving catch by the Chicago center fielder. What a play. And that's at least the 3rd time today the Spartans have been robbed of a base hit. Once by Hoy in left, once by Sims in center, and once by Jensen at second. And it'll bring Kai Gross to the plate. We'll see if Gross is swinging at the first pitch. We'll see if she swings at the first pitch. Gross now batting 180. She singled and scored in the 4th. Flew out into a double play on a great play by Audrey Hoy in the 1st. So she's hit the ball well. 2 down, bases empty. Spartans looking to start a rally. They've come back from worse this season. I'm reminding you of first pitch from Hefke, low for a ball. It's 1-0. Of that game against Bellhaven, when CWRU trailed 10-1. I'm sorry, 10-0 after 3 innings, and they came back to win 15-3. So this team is capable, as Hefke doesn't like the sign she's getting, will step off. This team is capable of scoring runs and rallying back. The 1-0. Gross on it, but lines it up the first baseline foul. 1-1. Spartans scored 3 in the 6th against Bethel to win that game 6-3. So Gross facing a 1-1 count, 2 outs, bases empty. Lines that one up the middle, that's a base hit. So Kai Gross is on for the 2nd time today with a single in this game. She's 2 for 3, but the Spartans just have 2 hits, or 4 hits. One of those 4 hits came off the bat of Caitlin Lamb. Looking to keep this rally going. Lamb 1 for 2 with a single and a fly out. Remember, Lamb did have that home run in game number 1. She's hit a home run in each of the last 2 games. In that first game of the series, it was off Paige Hepke right over the Mather Park sign in left field. The only run in that 1-0 game. But the Spartans need more than a 2-run homer here from Lamb, trailing by 5 in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch from Hefke, low and outside for a ball. It's 1-0. You look, let's see. What else have the Spartans rallied? In a tie game against Emory, they scored 2 in the 7th. As Lamb will look at a ball, it's 2-0 to win that game 5-4. In a tie game against Emory, they scored 1 in the 7th to win 6-5. But since then, since early in the season, the team has not had to come back from a big deficit like this. As that's 3 straight balls from Hefke to Lamb, who has the green light 3-0, but maybe not when Spartans need base runners. Lamb hitting .337 on the season. Taking all the way there, she looks at a strike, it's 3-1. This season, Lamb's walked 7 times, so pretty good high at the plate. Karen Potts leads the team with 16 bases on balls, which is quite an impressive number from the leadoff hitter. The 3-1 home. The high for ball 4. The inning continues. Lamb works a walk. Gross moves to second. Brings up the senior Bella Russo to the plate. Russo 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a fly out. How big is that out Layla Sims to retire Baysberry for out number 2. If she doesn't get to that ball, it's at least bases loaded for the Spartans. Bella takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Russo looking to keep the line moving. 2 runners on, 2 outs here in the 6th. Case Western Reserve trails 6-1. Spartans 1 run on 4 hits against Paige Hefke. That pitch high and outside for a ball. It's 1-1. Hefke up to 71 pitches now, which is not a lot. Let's see. In the first game today, she threw 47 as Bella grounds it back to Hefke. Underhand toss to first, and that'll retire the side. So the top of the Spartan lineup gets 2 on, but unable to score. We'll head to the 7th. Chicago still leads. It's 6-1. Top of the 7th here from Mather Park. We'll start with a pinch hitter for the University of Chicago. It'll be number 5 for the Maroons, Olivia Cataldo for Chicago. Cataldo hitting for Kate Bannister.
For Chicago, to lead off the top of the 7th inning. Number 5, Olivia Cataldo.
So Cataldo to the plate for Chicago this season, hitting .500 in limited action. She played on Friday, pinch hit in that game. This is her 5th now appearance. She hadn't played before Friday since the beginning of March, so she had been hurt for most of the year. First pitch from Lexi Miskey, over but low. It's 1-0. Cataldo hitting for Kate Bannister. Bannister, who now had been pinch hit in her last 2 plate appearances. She's been playing the field, though, so probably just trying to get better hitters in would be my guess. Maroons up 6-1 here in the 7th. Pitch down and in. It's 2-0. Top of the 7th. Chicago 6 runs on 12 hits, 2 errors. Case Western Reserve 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error. A tough loss for the Spartans to take. The 2-0 way outside for a ball. It's 3-0. As the team is looking, chasing WashU up in the UAA standings. Currently 2 games back of the Bears. Who's WashU 10-1 this year. The 1 loss to Case Western Reserve, but they swept every other series. 3-0 high and outside for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to the pinch hitter. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the leadoff hitter has reached in every inning for Chicago. And we'll get a new pitcher here for Case Western Reserve. Miskey will give way to Laura Miali, and we'll also get a pinch runner, I believe. We'll tell you more about Laura when we come back. So pitching for the Spartans, it's Laura Mioli in the circle, the first-year player. And running at first base for Chicago, it's number 11, the senior, Caitlin Oldie. Oldie, this is her 10th appearance. She's not scored and 0 for 0 on stolen bases, but it's senior day, so we've got to get the seniors in. Mioli in the circle for the Spartans this year. No record, a 2.33 ERA. This is her 4th appearance. She's thrown 3 innings, so an inning apiece in each of her 3 appearances. Given up 1 run, it was earned on 3 hits, then she has a strikeout. Tilly Nelson to the plate for the Maroons, the number 9 hitter. Officially 0 for 1, reached on a walk and a hit by pitch and scored a run. The 0-1, first pitch is low for a ball. It's 1-0. Laura Mioli, the first-year student from Brooklyn, New York. Went to Fontbonne Hall Academy out in Brooklyn, nursing major here in just her first season with the Spartans. That pitch at the knees for a strike. It's 1-1. Listed as an outfielder, but also pitches. Her dad, a fun fact, her dad Phil, played at SUNY Albany football from 1990 to 1992. The 1-1 here from Mioli. That's in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. She's been working the bottom portion of the plate, certainly today. So Oldie now running at first. Oldie, the senior. From Conway, Arkansas, went to Valonia High School in Arkansas. 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at a ball in the dirt. It's 2-2 now. I think Tilly Nelson was getting impatient there. Wanted a pitch to hit. Oldie, the pinch runner at first. Last year appeared in 8 games, 26 in 2023, and was an NFCA All-American Scholar Athlete in 2022 when she appeared in 22 games. That one fouled back. It's still 2-2. Oldie, a computational applied maths major, also ran cross country and track and field in high school. She was a Quiz Bowl All-Star and led her team to the state finals in 2021. And was part of the math modeling team that placed in the top 19% nationally. Grounder to Potts. She'll go the short way to Gross, on to first, and that'll be a double play. So Nelson will ground into the 6-4-3 double play, the second of the day turned by the Spartans, as the pinch runner is retired. And it'll be the top of the lineup again, Sedona Ding, 3 for 4 with 3 hits and a strikeout. And a run scored. So that'll close the book on Lexi Miskey as the first pitch to Ding over on the outside part of the plate. It's a strike. Miskey will get a no decision, 2 1/3 innings. She gave up 4 runs on 4 hits with a walk and 3 strikeouts. She also hit a lot of batters. The 0-1 from Mioli. Grounded to Potts. Going to be a tough play. The fast-footed Ding. And over for the out. So the Maroons are retired. The leadoff walk does no damage. Case West Reserve needs to score 5 times in the bottom of the 7th. Otherwise, Chicago will take this one here from Mather Park. It'll be Lacey Lara leading off the bottom of the 7th inning for the Spartans. Case Western Reserve down 5 runs here in the 7th. Last ups for the team. Lara, the number 6 hitter in this lineup, looking to get things going for Case Western Reserve. Paige Hefke has been brilliant in the circle. The second consecutive day for the Maroons. 1 run on 4 hits. That run unearned. Struck out 3 and walked 1. She's thrown just 72 pitches, of which 45 are strikes. First pitch to Lara, outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Lara today 0 for 2. The only hits by the Spartans, 2 from the bat of Kylie Gross, 1 from Caitlin Lamb, and 1 from Karen Potts. The 1-0, high for ball, 2-0. Lara needs to get things going here for Case Western Reserve if they have any hope of winning this game. For the Maroons, this will be a huge upset for them in the conference. The 2-0. Lined into right field, and that'll go just foul. 2-1 the count. The Spartans entered play today, 2.5 games behind WashU in the UAA standings. With the win in the first game, they moved to 2 back. A loss here, they'll be 3 back in the loss column, really 4 back because they've lost a tiebreaker already. And that is pretty insurmountable with 6 games just remaining. The 2-1 on the outside corner for a strike. It's 2-2. At this point, the Spartans might need to start looking at the NPI standings. NPI, the NCAA Power Index, it's what's used to determine at-large bids as well as seeding in the NCAA Championship. New this year for all of Division III team sports. The 2-2 pitch to Lara, high for a ball, runs the count full 3-2. So a good at bat here to lead off the bottom of the 7th. From the first year hitter. Coming into this week, because NPI updates every Sunday, check it at stats.ncaa.org/. As Lara will strike out swinging, foul tip back into the glove, and that's 1 gone here in the 7th. Hefke with strikeout number 4. Ashley Miller to the plate for the Spartans.
Number 22, Ashley Miller.
Spartans came into today. stats.ncaa.org/selection_rankings/nitty_gritties. One of my favorite URLs of all time. 17th. As that pitch high for a ball, it's 1-0. 17th in the NPI. And with 20 plus teams selected as at large that don't win their conferences, that's in a good spot. The 1-0. Grounded to short. Going to be a tough play for Murphy. Throw over to first. And that's Oldie, who will retire Miller. So 2 away here in the last half of the 7th.
Number 16, Nyla.
Spartans down to their final out. It's Nyla Durham. Durham, the sophomore from Akron, who today 0 for 1. Paige Hefke looking for the complete game. First pitch to Durham, over for a strike. It's 0-1. This season, Hefke, 13 complete games, looking for number 14 in her 17 starts. That pitch high for a ball. It's 1-1. Nyla for the Spartans needing to get on base. It'll be the number 9 hitter due up next, but looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Nyla fouls that one, and the Spartans are down to their final strike. It's Elena Steffes in the on-deck circle if Durham gets on. But the Spartans are down to their final strike. Hefke looking to complete the game in the 6-1 upset win. Gets the sign, delivers the 1-2. Popped up behind the plate. We'll do it again at 1-2. Nyla steps back in. Hefke gets the ball back. A really fantastic game from the University of Chicago. They played well all around, offensively, defensively, in the circle. 1-2. Called strike 3, and that'll end it. Paige Hefke with the complete game, 1 run allowed, and the University of Chicago Maroons upset the Spartans 6-1 here at Mather Park, and that'll end the Spartans' home winning streak as they'll fall to 21-9 and 8-4 in the conference. For the Maroons, they'll move up to 15-15 and 4-8 in conference play. Thank you for joining us for this doubleheader today. That'll be it for us from Mather Park. The next homestand is in 2 weeks. Or let me check that actually. The next home UAA series is in 2 weeks. Next games from Mather Park will be on April 29th against Hiram. Those games, a non-conference doubleheader on April 29th on Tuesday, starting at 3 p.m. So be tuned. Be sure to stay tuned for those in 2 weeks.
Thanks, boys.
For everyone here at Case Western Reserve University, I've been Eddie Karakis. Thank you for joining us for today's doubleheader. Goodbye.